Hello. Sorry if it's a little out of focus. My room's a little dim, and I think that's why. But hey, I wanted to say something. It's in regards to this thing going on in Asbury, and it's in Asbury University, and I think it's picking up at a couple of other universities. First of all, praise God. It's just it's a beautiful thing. I like how the pastor there said, "Look, I don't know if this is a revival or not, but he says, I don't want to put a title on it. I don't want to put a label on it. Let's just be here, be with the Lord, be in the moment, and just see what the Lord does." Said about like that. Um, and I wasn't totally satisfied. It's like something wasn't satisfying, right? It is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Like I'll call them kids. Like they're experiencing the Lord. They're clinging to Him. They're excited. They're just who knows, you know. Um, but I was then I started thinking. I was like, you know what? They're right though. It's like okay, so they like the Lord's doing something right now, and it's catching the world's attention. It's on the mainstream news, at least one channel anyway. The rest of them won't cover it. But as I'm lying, I've watched a few this evening. I've watched a few segments of it, and it's like the testimonies, the constant worship. It's all real time, and I like it. It's just it's a motivator. It's encouraging. It helps me to follow in. Um, and the one thing that I just want to warn people about, it's a good warning, not a bad warning. It is, especially like the youth that are involved in this. Um, don't let this just be an event. It's an event. Like don't at some point the emotionalism of it's going to wear off, and you're going to wonder what happened or where did God go or why are you not still feeling this? There's a strong possibility this may happen. I've encountered the Lord quite a few times in my life. And I mean, I have encountered Him. It wasn't just like an emotional great thing. I encountered Him. When you encounter the Lord, nothing can, like, you know it. There's no way around it. Like you know it happened. And you have and you'll never ever forget it. But even with those situations, like I've fallen out of motivation and I've fallen into doubt many times. And the Lord has actually had to like grab me by the back of my collar, and say, what happened? What happened, And even many times I said, what happened? What happened? Where are you? So, it's the devil will look for any loophole, anything. He will use it. He doesn't care. The whole point is to make a mockery out of God's people, out of destroy. I mean, it will happen. When I say it will happen, like you'll be tested, you'll be tempted to fall away. Um, don't let your faith life be based on an event. Let this event serve as a boost, as a pedestal, but not to go from event to event. As I saw someone else's, like they gave someone else gave a word, and they're like, the Lord wants you where you are, not just to go from one event to another looking for revivals everywhere. We are the revival. That's who we are. We are the revival, not just to look for a sparking event. That's what the word says. So I just want to encourage people, be in the Word, and not necessarily like everyone going world traveling looking for the next great event, but we are needed right where we are. Every place where we are, that's where we needed. I mean, many of us obviously will go out and be outward missionaries, going ministers and missionaries out in the world, but not everybody. So remain in faith. Jesus those are the two big things that Jesus told us to exercise was love and faith. I just want to encourage you people with that. I think that's it. Night, night.